As Transformers fans, we all start somewhere. Might have been G1, might have been Beast Wars, might have been Rescue Bots, Armada, whatever. What was your start to Transformers? For me, I usually say it was Cybertron, but that was my introduction to normal Transformers. My genuine first introduction to Transformers were these. These are the 1, 2, 3 Transformers toys. This essentially was Rescue Bots before Rescue Bots. Hell, this was Play School Go Bots before that. We have here, this is not Blades, this is Charlie Chopper. And no, this is not Prowl, this is not Chase, this is Policeman Pete. So yeah, very goofy names, but these guys were my childhood. I loved these toys. I played with them all the time, and I've held on to them. These are my childhood figures. I don't have their accessories anymore, unfortunately. Well, maybe I do, and they're just floating somewhere in space, but I don't have them with them. I almost never had them with the accessories. I think they got lost to the toy bins as soon as I got these guys, because accessories for figures like this are kind of in the way, especially for a really, really little kid. I mean, look at Rescue Bots. Those don't come with accessories. So, these are a lot of fun, and please forgive the age, because like I said, I've had these since I was a kid. These are effectively like, what, almost 25-year-old toys? Something like that. Older than some of you guys, I'm sure. But let's look at Charlie Chopper first. So I love his color scheme. I feel like this definitely was an influence on Rescue Bot's Blades. I love the white and the orange. He does have a propeller. You can see he's got stickers that are still holding up after all these years. Rescue! You can see it's TONKA branded. Hasbro did own TONKA at this point, but these are TONKA branded toys. You can see on the wings it says Charlie Chopper. He's just got his name right there. And this guy, his accessories were like a little life raft, and he had a shield. Again, unfortunately, don't have them here. But yeah, this is the helicopter mode. He does have a little hook that can go down. If you did have that little life raft, you could hook it right there. But you can still use it to like lift things. And these figures have sound effects. Yes, these are electronic, which was a lot of fun for me as a kid. So for Charlie Chopper, you can press this button, and he has a special propeller noise, but you can press it a little bit more, and he's going to say some stuff.
Let's go to robot mode.
Oh my gosh, not yet. When I was a kid, it always annoyed me as soon as I transformed it. The sound effect told me to transform it back, and I'm like, no, give me a little bit of time in the alt mode.
Chief, we're ready for airlift. Over. 10-4, buddy. We've got the sky covered. Over.
One thing I do have to say, I love his accent. He kind of gives me some Wild Bill vibes from G.I. Joe. But yeah, I always kind of made fun of his accent. I'm like, let's go to robot mode, because, I mean, he's very country. So we're going to go ahead and wait on transforming him. We're going to look at Policeman Pete's vehicle mode first, and we can see he is an absolutely jacked police car. He is loaded. Those wheels are insane. But you can see he still has some stickers on him. Some P's for police. It looks like they've been yellowed over the years, maybe. Or maybe they just were always kind of yellow. Yeah, his wheels are huge. But that does mean he rolls very, very well. So he does also have a big old button right here. And he's also going to say some stuff.
Let's go to robot mode.
Not yet, bro. Not yet. So it seems like for him, they kind of traded a voice line for just more sirens, which makes sense, because, I mean, when you're a kid playing with a cop car toy, you want it to make the noise. One thing I'm also noticing, he's got a little bit of suspension, it seems like. He's got a little bit of spring action in his wheels, but I do think that's mostly for transformation. So yeah, there is Policeman Pete in his vehicle mode. That's very fun. All right, let's get these guys transformed. My childhood Transformers toys. So, for Charlie Chopper, we're basically just going to bring him down while at the same time untabbing the cockpit. All of this is just going to kind of come down at once, tab in, and then you've got his little arms, and then you want to split his legs because he's looking like G1 RC. And here we go. Here is Charlie Chopper in his robot mode, and I love him. I love him so much. So he does have this weird issue, and I always thought this was odd as a kid, where he's always just kind of leaning back. And I've actually tilted the camera a bit so you can see his head sculpt, because normally, like, that's your front on view. You can hardly see his face. And even as a kid, I was like, what's going on with that? But he does have a very fun face sculpt. I do love the sculpt on this guy. He's got goggles, he's got headphones. Almost looks like he might have a beard or something. It's a very kiddie-looking face, but I definitely do enjoy it. And hey, it does have a little bit of articulation. You can actually rotate his head side to side. And he is mildly articulated elsewhere. You can actually move the shoulders, actually on universal joints, believe it or not. And you do have an elbow bend. It almost looks like a double elbow, but I don't think it is. Is it? No, definitely not. I'm just going to break him. But yeah, he's got a little bit of arm articulation. His legs only really move this way. I always, even as a kid, wish you could move his legs forward, but his legs are pretty limited in their articulation. And just like the vehicle mode, you can hit his button and he's going to have some phrases.
Jumping jet rocket, you're a great wingman. Yahoo! Let's fly to the rescue. Leaping lifters, let's go to chopper mode. Twisting turbines, I think they need an airlift. Yahoo! You're a great wingman.
Even when I was a kid, I thought those voice lines were super corny. Especially twisting turbines. I think they need an airlift. I was always quoting that, especially as I got a little older and was reminiscing about this toy. It's a lot of fun. I definitely got a lot of hours of enjoyment out of this, and I'm still happy to this day that it is a part of my Transformers collection. But now that leaves us with Policeman Pete, and out of the two, this is the one that I definitely preferred, because he was a cop car, and I liked it. So I haven't mentioned it yet. His accessories that I don't have a shield, and he actually had a baton, interestingly. I, again, never recall having him with those accessories. So his transformation is actually pretty similar. Also very automorph heavy. We're going to untab the feet from the hands back here, and it's just going to kind of spring forward. And then we want to make sure we take the arms out of here and spread them out. Definitely do enjoy how it kind of opens the doors. Even as a kid, I liked that. And then we'll just pinch this all together. And then there we go. We can move the little mirrors as well. And here is our Policeman Pete in his robot mode. And look at this. I love him. So his head sculpt is also very appealing. He's got like this biker cop helmet. He does have a bit of a badge sculpted into the helmet as well. I love the look of the face. Even as a kid, I thought he looked very stoic, very heroic. I've always enjoyed the face sculpt on this one. And it is a very nice looking robotic police officer. I also think this figure does a pretty good job of just looking like a pretty decent robot. Now granted, he is a bit chonky. You know, he is definitely a bit chonky. He's definitely the kind of cop that's been going to the donut shop. But he definitely has a nice look nonetheless. I always enjoyed how the wheels form into the torso. And he does have like the classic wheel legs. And if you want to get creative enough, you could kind of have him look like he's rolling on those wheel feet. Definitely love the look. His articulation, he does also have a swivel at the head. His arms, unfortunately, can't move forward at all. They only move out to the side. His elbow bend, surprisingly, has a really deep range of motion, especially for being a kiddie toy. Like, that's more than 86 Optimus. His wrists, also for transformation, just move outward. And again, his hips always kind of let me down as a kid because they just move out. They just move out, and his knees have no articulation. I definitely would have appreciated something moving forward. And just like Charlie Chopper, Policeman Pete is going to have some voice lines.
We'll protect, serve, and defend. We'll protect them from danger. You're a great backup. Let's catch the bad guys. Hey, partner, we're on patrol. When there's danger, we'll help. Read them their rights, Chief. Let's go, 911.
He definitely makes up for his lack of voice lines in the vehicle mode because he has a lot of voice lines in the robot mode. And I always enjoyed a lot of his voice lines, especially read him the rights, Chief. I always liked that one. Yeah, this is a very fun toy, especially for, you know, like 3-4-year-old me. I loved this thing. So here they are, my childhood 1, 2, 3 robot toys. Charlie Chopper and Policeman Pete. This would be the end of the video if it wasn't for that noise you just heard. Because at TFCon Chicago, I got the last toy, the last mold they had for this toy line. And it's big. It's Rescue Roy. When I was a kid, I did not know this was a thing. And if I did, I would have been begging for it. Even as an adult Transformers collector, this figure is awesome. This is by far the best figure in this line. By far. Obviously, he's huge. He's way bigger than Charlie and Pete. He is massive. He's got these massive chrome Tonka logos. He has these little water cannons. He's got massive rolling wheels. And he has sounds just like the others, but not only that, but he also has lights too, which is extra exciting. This is such an awesome figure, and I think I got it for like $15 in a room sale at TFCon. Yeah, I was shocked to see it, and I've been looking for this guy for a long time. I found it at like flea markets, but it was kind of dinged up, and they were asking a bit of money. But hey, $15 for this guy in basically mint condition. I'll take it. So the vehicle mode, I've already kind of gone over most of the functions. The main function I haven't really gone over yet is the lights and sounds. Not yet, dude. Oh my gosh, they're always begging for it. It's always nice, especially for a younger kid, to have a toy with lights and sounds. So honestly, most of the lights and sounds and features are going to be in the robot mode. I don't know if you noticed, this guy will still make a little bit of noise even after you press the button. And then if you go AFK for a little bit, he's going to sign off. Alright, so let's get this guy transformed, and he is a big, chonky boy. So, first and foremost, let's just go ahead and move the ladders down, because those are going to form the arms. And it is pretty simple, but it is pretty effective. We're going to take the legs, untab them, and we're just going to swing them down, and it's going to do this big auto-morph that kind of just straightens up the whole body. We're going to straighten the feet. The arms, we are just going to hinge and tab in. And then he does have little hands we want to flip out. And we can also flip these water cannons facing forward in the robot mode. And last but not least, he has a freaking head reveal, guys. He has a head reveal. It's very Inferno-esque, which is very interesting. This guy's very Universe Inferno-esque. But we're going to take this light bar, move it out of the way, and... That is the weirdest line of all time. But yeah, this is Rescue Roy in his robot mode. As you can see, he's freaking huge.
Rescue Roy 1, signing off.
There's that sign-off I mentioned earlier. I wanted him to go through the motions before we talk about him a bit more, so he's not just making noises. But yeah, you can see he's huge. He's freaking huge. If these things are like old school deluxe class, this thing is like old school leader class. And he is chonky. Like, he has a lot of weight to him, a lot of heft, and he's got a lot of nice, juicy ratchet joints. Pretty much every main joint on this guy is going to be a nice ratchet. The knees, the hips, even the toes. He doesn't have any outward at the legs, unfortunately, but finally, he's got some forward. Finally, we got some forward action. You can see the arms are pretty poseable. Like, he's got a lot of range. Even his hands, you can swivel the wrist, and he's got a thumb joint. That's kind of crazy. You can move the hose, and awesomely, you can also rotate the head. Despite the lights and the pop-up gimmick, they did still make sure you could rotate the head, which I always appreciate on a big robot toy. Speaking of the head, I think the head sculpt on this is fantastic. It is so cool. I love the big T for Tonka on the helmet. He's got a very nice masculine jawline. It is just such a nice, more childish robot sculpt, and it definitely fits in with the other ones as well. You can tell these guys are all part of the same toy line, and I love it so much. However, we're not done with him because we still have the lights and sounds and his special action feature. So, moving this again... I personally love all of the lights and the sounds. It's just so fun, and I know if I had this when I was a kid, this would be one of my favorite figures ever. But this guy, he's got some Buzz Lightyear action. So spinning him around, which is actually pretty easy because he has the wheels on his feet. So you can kind of roll him around too if you want. You can see a button back here. You can see some stuff that looks like wings. Yeah, he's got flip out wings. It is so, so cool. So just hit that button and... How cool is that? If I had this when I was a kid, I would be flying them around everywhere. Whoever thought to give the big fire truck transformer wings, number one, you're a genius. And number two, you must have been a little bit of an inspiration for Cybertron Optimus Prime. Because this guy predates that. And I just think a fire truck with wings is one of the coolest things ever. This toy is one of the coolest things ever. These toys are some of the coolest things ever. I mean, I'm very biased. This was what got me into it. This is what introduced me to Transformers. But, I mean, come on. These are great. So, guys, here you go. Here is JCC2224's Transformers origin story. 1, 2, 3 Transformers. These are awesome. I have all three of the unique molds for this line. Wave 2 did have repaints of Pete and Charlie. Not interested. I've got the core right here. I've got 1, 2, 3 Transformers in its heart, in its soul with these three toys. And I'm so happy to have these. These are definitely, oddly enough, as bizarre as they are, figures that have a place of pride in my Transformers collection. And even though a lot of like my rescue bots and everything, I have plans to gift those to some younger ones in the family when they get old enough for them, these ain't going anywhere. These are in my Transformers collection. They are here to stay. And as goofy as they are, I love them. And I hope you guys enjoyed taking a look at these. Again, as weird as they are, this is Transformers right here, dude. They're called Transformers. Like, it's not something fake. This is legit stuff. Let me know what you think about these down in the comments below. Did you grow up with these toys? I hope someone else did. Because these really made my childhood special. And if I had Rescue Roy, it would have been even more special. But hey, I grew up with Cybertron Prime and Cybertron Primus. I think I had a big winged fire truck in my childhood. I had that filled in my heart. So I'm okay, but I definitely would have enjoyed Roy as well. Special shout out to channel members as always. Thank you all so much for the continued support. And hey, I do want to announce again that there are some additional perks. I'll be doing some more channel member exclusive videos. As well, there's a channel member exclusive Discord if you are interested in joining in a little bit closer into the community. And hey, there we go, guys. Have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video. What do you guys say, Roy? What do y'all guys say? Let's go!